Before your first word lands, they have already measured your value and assigned you a place in the room.
Not fairly, not consciously, but fast enough to shape everything important that happens next.
The I moves first. The mind arrives later to justify what instinct already decided.
If your image suggests disorder, people prepare distance, caution, and quiet disrespect before you even speak a sentence.
If your presence suggests control, the room softens, and access begins to open with less resistance and suspicion.
You can call that cruel, and you would still be describing reality with painful accuracy.
The world does not search for hidden gold unless the surface hints that serious treasure exists beneath it.
That is the first humiliation. Most people are dismissed long before they are truly understood.
You think talent will rescue careless presentation in the rooms where judgment actually changes your future forever?
It will not, because busy minds do not excavate strangers when faster shortcuts feel safer and cheaper.
They scan your posture, your grooming, the pace of your breath.
From those fragments, they build a complete story and quietly call that story intuition.
That story becomes your temporary identity before your competence has produced a single piece of hard evidence.
A wrinkled collar does not look rushed to the primitive brain that fears disorder and instability.
It looks chaotic.
Slumped shoulders do not look burdened to the primitive brain that studies weakness and surrender.
They look defeated.
The body reveals truths the mouth never intended to confess in public, private, or professional settings.
That ancient survival logic still rules offices, interviews, negotiations, boardrooms, and every polished room you enter.
Long ago, hesitation could get you injured, robbed, betrayed, or left behind by the tribe forever.
Visible disorder gets translated into invisible incompetence with terrifying speed and almost no mercy at all.
Not because it is moral, but because it feels efficient to frighten and impatient human minds.
If you want different treatment, remove the signals that quietly argue against you before you even arrive.
Clean lines, stable posture, measured movement, and visible care create a shield before language ever begins.
Let discipline strike the eye before competence ever has to defend itself through nervous explanation.
In any lobby, the assembled man is trusted faster than the genius who looks depleted and unmanaged.
Another problem appears. One flaw rarely stays one flaw inside another person's private imagination.
The mind loves compression, so one negative signal quickly expands into a complete and ugly pattern.
A cracked screen becomes poor judgment. Worn heels become weak standards. Scattered speech becomes shaky leadership.
One unmanaged detail starts poisoning everything connected to it, even qualities nobody has actually tested yet.
That is why first impressions feel heavier than reason says they should ever be allowed to feel.
Once the frame turns negative, every strength you show arrives late, weakened, and under suspicion.
You are no longer being seen as a person with complexity, depth, and contradiction.
You are being filtered through a story somebody built in seconds and now protects emotionally and socially.
The brain would rather keep one simple narrative than revise itself for a complicated, inconvenient stranger.
If one visible corner of your life looks neglected, unseen corners get judged the same way too.
That is why coherence beats luxury, because expensive signals without order still feel unstable and theatrical.
You do not need wealth to look valuable.
but you do need visible and disciplined alignment.
Pressed fabric, clear skin, clear nails. They all tell one strong story.
Consistency closes the door on invented doubt before doubt gathers enough momentum to quietly hurt you.
A client can feel that coherence long before hearing a single number, credential, or proposal.
Now we reach the signal people punish with the least mercy, visible desperation and exposed need.
Need leaks through rhythm before it reaches language, and human beings react harshly to it instinctively.
It appears in rushed speech, hungry eyes, and the constant hunger to please everyone.
People say they admire honesty, yet many retreat when honesty smells like helplessness, dependency, and demand.
Need feels expensive, and expensive emotions trigger defense in people protecting status, energy, and limited resources.
Visible desperation makes others imagine future burdens, messy obligations, unpaid costs, and problems they never chose.
That is why the person who needs help most often receives the coldest possible terms first.
When you look like rescue is required, people guard themselves before they evaluate your actual value fairly.
They fear your instability entering their life, your urgency crossing into their schedule, image, and peace.
The polite smile appears, the professional tone remains, and the real door still closes quietly.
To counter this, slow everything the fear inside you wants to accelerate immediately and dramatically.
Speak slower than panic wants. Sit deeper than anxiety wants. Explain less than insecurity wants.
Do not present yourself as a burden, asking for mercy from people who believe they have options.
Present yourself as value, controlled, self-possessed, and able to contribute without collapsing under visible pressure.
Calm does not erase hardship, but it keeps hardship from speaking louder than your worth in public. This is the part most people dismiss as vanity, and therefore never fully understand or master.
What you wear does not only shape observers, it also rewires the role you perform daily.
External order becomes internal instruction, and your nervous system obeys what your eyes keep seeing repeatedly.
When your clothes feel deliberate, your spine changes before your thoughts have time to catch up.
When your reflection looks assembled, your breathing deepens, and your pace stops apologizing for itself so quickly.
You begin pausing with more control, listening with more weight, and moving with less visible neediness.
The face in the mirror becomes a command, and that command slowly becomes behavior over time.
That is why broken objects do more damage than most people ever think they do.
A cracked phone, a collapsing wallet, a neglected jacket. They all teach your mind that chaos is normal.
Those objects become tiny daily sermons, telling your subconscious that disorder is simply where you belong now.
Repairing them sends the opposite message. Broken is temporary. Neglect is not your identity anymore.
That shift seems small, yet it changes self-respect before the world ever notices a difference in you.
Clothing alone cannot save you if your body keeps confessing weakness without permission or control.
A sharp outfit on a frantic body still looks like borrowed status and unstable emotional ground.
If your eyes dart, your laugh spills, and your chest folds inward, people feel it instantly.
They may not name the signal accurately, but they will respond to it anyway in real time.
Interruption becomes easier, pressure becomes bolder, and respect becomes thinner with
Every nervous movement you make.
Most losses of status happen silently, before the first direct challenge is ever spoken aloud.
The room studies tension the way animals study a limp, searching for cost and consequence.
Stillness suggests reserves. Frantic motion suggests exposure, fear, and poor protection around you.
Even silence can lower you or elevate you, depending on whether it feels grounded or frightened.
Train the body before waiting for confidence, because confidence often follows the ritual of control.
Enter rooms at one speed, hold eye contact one beat longer, and stop filling every pause.
Set both feet, relax your jaw, let your sentences end cleanly, and stop shrinking physically in space.
When your movements stop asking permission, other people become less comfortable trying to reduce you publicly.
There is another layer. Your environment keeps speaking even after your mouth goes quiet for the day.
People do not judge only your clothes. They judge your objects, your feed, your companions, your backdrop.
A chaotic desk, compulsive posting, defeated company. They all expand your image outward.
Each surrounding detail becomes supporting evidence for whatever suspicion was already forming about your life and standards.
One polished outfit cannot defeat a messy ecosystem that keeps whispering the opposite story around you.
If your world looks neglected, some of that neglect gets copied directly onto your identity by others.
If your circle looks disciplined, some of that strength transfers to you through simple association and proximity.
That is why discretion matters, not secrecy born from shame, but curation born from self-respect and standards.
Clean the desk, simplify the background, post less, and stop broadcasting every private wound publicly online.
Make your world look governed, because governance is what people trust under pressure and uncertainty most.
Understand one final truth. Weak framing creates a debt your future excellence must painfully repay.
When people rank you low at first, they protect that judgment to protect their ego and pride.
Admitting they misread you feels costly, so they keep searching for evidence that confirms them later.
That means prevention is cheaper than correction in almost every room where stakes are real and rising.
Arrive with enough structure that people hesitate before reducing you to something small and manageable.
A little respectful uncertainty from others is often more useful than premature comfort and easy familiarity.
This is not about pretending to be rich, theatrical, superior, or secretly hollow inside.
It is about refusing to leak defeat through signals that can be trained, repaired, or removed.
Dress with self-respect, move with calm, maintain your world, and speak like your presence has weight.
Watch how treatment changes when your image stops arguing against your actual value every single day.
Tomorrow, before asking life for more, ask whether your signals already say you can hold it.